What's going on, my trainer club? We got some new news that just came out. Niantic just released that they are making improvements to help us play more Pokemon Go from home, including raid battles. So welcome to the trainer club. Here we go. Welcome back, everybody. It looks like some of our prayers have been answered. It looks like Niantic is going to start allowing us to potentially play more Pokemon Go from home, including some raid battles and potentially visiting some potential stops that we may have already visited in the past. So I'm excited to get into all of this information that you guys maybe not even seen yet, because you have to follow Niantic on Twitter in order for you to get this information. So here we go. We're going to get into everything, and then I'm going to give you some of my ideas and insights as to what may be coming for us in Pokemon Go while we are currently quarantined at home for the time being. Before we get into the video, I just wanted to say we just surpassed 4,000 members in the Trainer Club Discord. So big shout out to Cosmic for setting up the whole entire Discord, as well as Samaya for adminning it down super efficiently. The Discord is super fun. We have things going from PvP King of the Hill all the way into doing duos and trios and competing to see who has the best time. So this Discord server is definitely the Discord server you want to be, especially if you want new friends and are able to keep track of these friends to trade at some point if you guys are going to travel, or even hit the XP bonuses. So why am I telling all you guys this? We are having a contest that is going to include who can invite the most members to the server in the next 30 days, where I'm going to be picking 3 of the top winners who are going to invite the most members. That is going to include t-shirts, pins, and we're also going to go after the official Trainer Club Pop Socket as well. So if you guys do want to get in there and compete and think that you can win one of the prizes and the prize pool, including a special role in my Discord, definitely check my pinned comments below and start inviting some members to the epic Trainer Club Discord. So Niantic starts the announcement by saying they've always wanted to create games to promote people getting outdoors and exploring, which they have done an amazing job with Pokemon Go. However, when the game first started, and I know a lot of you guys out there have been playing since the beginning, it was really like nothing to do when you're at home. And they've recently been adding a little bit more features. You know, we have the player versus player battle system. Now we have the Go Battle League, which really engages us to the next level. But the one thing we are missing is being able to play for our stops, as far as going to raid battles as well. So it looks like this is going to start incorporating in this announcement. And since we're in this current position, they are being innovative in helping us do this a little bit more quickly and efficiently, and putting the efforts in the places that we need it most, which is going to be here. So the key announcements are going to include an upgrade to the Adventure Sync. So if you guys don't use Adventure Sync, it's a great thing to do, because you're able to sync up your adventures, basically all of your activities throughout the day, with your phone, any type of movements that you're making, whether it be walking around the house, whether it be going for a run, a jog, whatever that may be, to be able to stack up kilometers. So this is super effective when your guy is stationary. So this would be a great time to close out your game and to have your Adventure Sync turned on and synced up. Make sure to go into the settings to make sure all the information is being pushed towards Apple or Android and being able to be received back from Pokemon Go. That will allow you to have Adventure Sync on. So when your guy is actually GPS stationary, your phone can actually be moving if you're walking throughout the house, if you're doing any type of exercise and your phone is actually moving because you're moving. That is going to create some kilometers walked, which is going to help you hatch eggs and get buddy distance for your buddy as well. So super efficient for us to have our Adventure Sync on, which is going to have improvements, which will probably make it work even better to be able to accumulate more Adventure Sync. And as far as the social impact, it looks like they are saying that we're going to be able to stay in touch and start to do things from the comfort of our home, including raid battles. So there are going to be other things potentially that we could be doing from our homes, but raid battles are probably the biggest thing that a lot of us are missing out on. So we will speculate in a second about the raid battles and what potentially could be happening, but the last part is going to include how to help players virtually visit past places that they have visited around the world to then share with other trainers. So this to me sounds a lot like being able to go maybe to other gyms, maybe to other stops, and being able to teleport there potentially, or just being able to see these places and be able to potentially spin the stop from home, which would be super effective right now in spinning stops, getting more items, and sending gifts out. That would be super amazing. And then finally, we have the live events, which is going to include what they say, how to be able to play Go Fest from home. So obviously we just had the St. Louis Safari Zone event. If you haven't checked out my video, you want to check it out up here, because playing from home or playing from your local area, right, just because this is going on, and I know some people may be forced to be be inside, but other places, they do allow you to get outside and get some exercise. So if you're able to practice your social distancing and whatever quarantine effect you guys are choosing to do, you can definitely do so. The goal is just not to group together to keep everything safe, right? So we can still participate outside and get energy from our exercise as well as some sunlight, which is very, very effective. Vitamin D is a humongous contributing factor to keeping your immune system strong, which will keep you healthier longer. Some of the biggest takeaways that I am kind of reading between the lines, and I'm gonna speculate a little bit, and they are going to include, number one, in the social aspect, they are saying that they're going to be able to help us stay in touch. So we have been asking for quite a long time, and I know a lot of people have been looking for the in-game communication. So this particular sentence, and I know we have to read a lot in between the lines with Pokemon Go and the way that Niantic chooses to communicate that with us, could potentially have some type of communication system with our friends in the game. So that would be super, super effective. It would really help with the gifting. It would also be really effective if we were able to trade remotely. Trading remotely would be absolutely huge. So I think that those two areas would be very vital for our gameplay, would really help us stay active in the community, because I personally love trading. I love to trade, especially when you start to get lucky friends. You're like, man, I really want to do this lucky trade with this person. And number one, if they're really far, that's poses a problem, or number two, they're close and we can't get out to trade is a number two problem. So being able to communicate with those people would be one in the game, amazing, and then number two, being able to trade from a distance would be also amazing as well. One of the coolest things for me is being able to raid from home. I absolutely love to raid. There's one thing about encountering a raid boss from a Go Battle League battle, but there's another thing about being able to use your Pokemon to beat a raid boss that you've really earned, and you know, you may have raided for some of those Pokemon and then you power them up. It's one thing that I absolutely love to do. So being able to raid from home, I think that there's a couple different ways that you could do this. And obviously some people can't see gyms from their areas. So to be able to make this fair, there may be like a specific time that we would be able to raid, where it's like, okay, everybody on your friends list would be able to raid at this time. Maybe you could raid on the hour. Or the other thing may be that each player gets a raid participation pass per day, and they can invite up to X amount of friends, which I think would be really cool, where it's like, hey, my account gets a raid, right? And I'll be able to invite 10 people to that raid, and we can participate at the time that I set. Granted, there's gonna be a lot of things coming into play and a lot of other nuances to work out. I think that could be a really cool thing. And then maybe your raid passes would be able to set you up for that particular raid. You could be able to choose if it's a 5-star, 4-star, 3-star, 2-star, and then you can invite your friends, but obviously you would have to communicate with them, which the in-game communication system, hopefully that's being set up, would be effective to be able to ask if anybody's into raiding this particular Pokemon for you. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think about how this raid system gets set up. A lot of you guys get pretty creative. I think it would be really cool to see everybody's intake as far as what they think this would be. So I think that those are a couple different scenarios that could work. And then the final takeaway is the Go Fest from home. So I know a lot of you guys maybe did not get to participate in St. Louis, but let me tell you, it was an absolute blast. The incense were spawning Pokemon so incredibly fast that it was like almost impossible to keep up. I was playing in the park area by myself, so I was able to go ahead and go through the spawns, and a lot of times the Pokemon in the incense would spawn and I would go to click on it and it was already respawning. I think that it was spawning a new Pokemon every 30 seconds, and that was for the entire 8 hours that the incenses were on, which was absolutely crazy. It looked like it was going to be on for an hour, but every hour it would then reset itself back to an hour for a total of 8 hours, which was crazy, and it was definitely worthwhile. For me, I believe I got 16 shinies in that total time, I believe was the grand total. So it was a lot of fun. Highly suggest that if this is a potential for us, you guys definitely participate in this, especially people that have not had the chance to go to a Go Fest. This would be a great time to participate, to see what the shinies are like, to see what some of the spawns are. Granted, the Go Fest experiences in person are like none other. However, you might as well get a sneak preview at whatever it is going to take for you guys to be able to do so, because now you don't have to incur the travel expense to be able to get to this Go Fest. To be able to play at this Go Fest, you can play it from the comfort of your home. So this is the time for everybody to participate in a Go Fest. And the last part is going to be explore, that I'm going to speculate about. So in order for us to visit previous or past Pokestops, very, very difficult to do because we don't really have like a postcard. The only thing we have remotely close is going to be gym locations that we have interacted with. So what I think we could potentially do here is similar to as if we have a Pokemon in a gym, we can click that gym and go to the gym. We would then be able to spin that gym to be able to get the stop and the gift, right? So I think that is probably the only way that that would work. I don't foresee how they would be able to retrograde all the stops we spun or visited. Like, we've spun and visited thousands and thousands of spots, at least for me personally, in many different places, many cities across the United States, in different countries. So that would be a lot of gameplay to pull from. But the gyms, since we're able to hold 1,000 gyms in our current recent gyms, and then they start to drop off as you go over 1,000. So the least recent stuff will start to drop off, which I think it would be really effective to have our gold gyms always up there, because they definitely can drop off. And since the gold gyms give you the most items, it would be the most effective. But being able to visit those gyms and being able to spin them and being able to collect items from them and then sending your gifts would be super effective right now. So let me know in the comments below what you guys think. Those are all my speculations and how I foresee everything working. I can't wait to see how it plays out and what you guys have to stay in the comments below. And I appreciate you guys for being here, all my likers, commenters, subscribers, Patreon members, and everybody who takes their support and subscription to the next level. I am going to see you guys out on that next video. Peace! I just want to take a moment and sincerely thank all of my Patreon members, everybody that has taken their subscription to the next level and chosen to support me on this platform. I greatly appreciate you guys. As a growing channel and really trying to grow and improve as much as I possibly can, I really appreciate the extra support. You guys mean the absolute world to me. I cannot wait to connect with you soon, and I appreciate you guys all for being a part of the Trainer Club. I will see you guys out on that next video.